The menarche. What is the menarche? So for those of you that are wondering, the menarche is your first hormonal bleed, which is also known as your first period, your first menstrual cycle, or your first moon time. And I'm doing this video because I want to raise more awareness around this, and especially for the younger generation. And I want to break the stigma around this so people don't feel so much shame or embarrassment or feeling alone, basically, with this topic. So that's what's brought me to do the video. And I just want to say as well a massive thank you to everyone who is liking, commenting and subscribing to my channel. I'm truly blessed and grateful for you all. I want this to continue to grow so the videos can reach more people and obviously it can help more people then. So I appreciate it. Please share any feedback in the comments or your own experiences around this topic. I think that will be great and it will definitely help others along the way. So, for many of us, and I think culturally, and especially those of us that are, either in our 20s or 30s or 40s now, it's like, I think that there is definitely, like, when we maybe look back to our younger selves, it's like, okay, what was our experience like with our first bleed? Like, what were our feelings around that? How did we feel? I know I definitely felt a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment. I used to hate having to go to school with it. I didn't want anyone to know. It was horrible, basically. Absolutely horrible. And then I think that progressed through then my adult life it's always something that I kind of wanted to keep, so it wasn't really an issue. So, using things like the contraceptive pill because, you'd think, oh, it's going to help with your skin or other problems. And, oh, yeah, it makes your period lighter. On reflection, not a good choice because, it then also has other complications. And it's a way of actually suppressing the true gift behind menstruation, which, again, I don't feel is talked about or educated enough, in the school system or even by a lot of people's parents, because I feel sorry for the younger generation if they don't have parents that are emotionally supportive or encouraging or compassionate, especially with subjects like this. It's like, where are they really going to be heard or seen, or how are they going to get to express themselves? So as much as I don't really like technology and everything, in that sense, maybe it's good because they could go online and find videos like this that could help them. Now, they kind of say the average age that for a girl to start their period is maybe around 8 to 13. I think generationally it used to be older, but I think now there's more changes, and I would definitely say within our environment and to the foods that I do feel have an impact on this. Obviously, I'm not a scientist, but intuitively, I do definitely feel that, especially because there's so much more plastic around now, like containers, bottles, and in all those plastics, it's like the BPA chemicals that aren't good for you. Cosmetics, there's so much chemicals in. And even down to the meats that people eat, children are consuming, there's so much chemicals and hormones pumped into that. So, and also I think as well, younger kids now, some of them, they are definitely maybe more overweight or weigh more than historically what children would have. And again, sometimes that is just the lifestyle. Now stuff's more about the younger kids, you just see them there inside on technological devices as opposed to just being out in nature or playing or having fun more. Not saying with all kids, but you can definitely see there are changes within society. So where you can, I think it's best to really eat as fresh and organic as possible and try and not have stuff, not have so much meat for the younger kids. I know it's not to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. You do what's right for you and your body. But I think there's a lot of processed food, a lot of junk, and a lot of meat consumption. And if it's not good quality or high quality, it's like, what are they really putting into all that food? Because that then affects the human body and your DNA and your health. And obviously, if you're younger and you're starting your period, your body's going to need different kind of nutrients and minerals to support you during that time because you're having a release every month. So you need to be eating and nourishing yourself properly to be able to support your body healthily through that. So there is a lot to do on the health side of it as well that can affect That, and I do feel like in this day and age it's harder and harder to escape all the chemicals and manipulation of foods and environments and products. So it's definitely something to be mindful of. And I feel like there is a lot of help needed for this younger generation now. So, whether you are a mother or a sister or an aunt or a teacher or a leader or a nurse, or I don't know, anyone in your community, it's like about trying to empower the younger generation to help them through these times and allowing them to see like this is actually a unique, amazing gift, not something that they should feel insecure or that's an inconvenience. At the end of the day, it's a gift. And in a lot of cultures and traditions, but the Menarche is actually celebrated. It's like an amazingly special time for young women to go through. And I think for a lot of us as well, if we look back to the time of our first period, what what was that experience like for us? Like, how did that affect us? How did that shape us? Like, what were our thoughts and feelings at the time? Like, what support did we have? And I feel like for a lot of us, I know like for myself, I felt a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment, very secretive, like I didn't want anyone to know. I dreaded going to school. It's like you didn't want the other girls to know. You didn't even want your family to fully know properly. And it was sad because it was like always having to hide it away. And then I think through adult life that then progresses, and then you're introduced to things like the hormonal birth control pills, and maybe you're suffering with your skin but you didn't know about diet, so then the doctor just prescribes you that, and then again it's suppressing your period and you're not having the period how it should be naturally. And then there's other side effects that affect you later in life, and so much we don't know, but then that's part of, I guess, growth and learning, isn't it? So it's not to tell people what to do, but it's just like really inform yourself and look at alternatives, I think, where you can, and really find what works for you. And for a lot of us, I think there's a lot of healing that can be done, and look like going back to our younger selves, reparenting our younger selves and our inner child, and looking at what we did need. And then whether it be through meditation, visualization, or healing, go back through and give our younger self what we needed at that time, what we needed to hear, and encourage, that within the younger generation now. And I think my advice, if anything, to those of you that might even be starting your periods, or you're maybe due to start your periods, or for women that have been having periods for years, is writing and journaling is actually really helpful, because you can keep a diary about your thoughts, your feelings, and changes within your body, and then what you go through at that time of the month, and then listen to your body and honor that. So if you're tired, take time to rest. If you're hungry, make sure you're eating the right foods. Really nourish and listen to your body, because if you ignore your body, it's going to keep responding to you through pains or discomfort, or through thoughts or feelings. So you need to listen and honor your body. That's really important to do. And then, in years to come, you can look back at like what you went through, and you've got a written memory of it then. So journaling can be really helpful. Also as well, that there's so many different methods. I know in schools they probably just teach you like the biological aspects of like, okay, this is your womb or your uterus or your ovaries and this is what it does. Or they just say, here's a pad or here's a tampon. And it's like, there's so many options, find something that works for you and that you're comfortable with. There's like things like you can get period underwear now. I have some and it's cotton, and for me, I really love that because it's more natural. I feel more comfortable in it. It's better for the environment. And also it allows your period to flow properly, whereas tampons, sometimes some people like to use them, but I feel like they can contribute to more pain because it's not letting the blood flow out of the body as easily. You can even get organic like sanitary wear as well. Some people use those cup things. I haven't ever used them, but I know they're popular with quite a few people. So again, there's so many options, and that, as much as I hate technology at times, but that, I guess, for the younger generation is positive, that they can go online and look these things up if they haven't got people to ask, or, older women that can advise them. And just as well to embrace the fact that your period is not an inconvenience. It is a truly divine gift, and being a woman is a gift. So I really want to embrace that and just encourage that within younger women and women of all ages, but that we are special. This is our gift, and this, when we bleed, is a truly wonderful time where we're so much more connected to ourselves, we're so much more intuitive, we can have so much more guidance for ourselves, but we have to listen to ourselves and give ourselves that love and compassion that we truly, truly deserve. So for all of you, please embrace yourselves more. I've done quite a few other videos on the period and the menstrual cycles and how they're also connected with the moon and what that means. So that might be helpful for some of you to have a look at on my channel. And as well, in a lot of cultures and traditions, they do celebrate this. There is positivity behind it, which is really great to see. So I would love to hear in the comments how your first cycle, your first menarche was for you. And again, I hope I've said that word right, because I had to record this 3 times because I kept saying that word wrong. Well, not even wrong, I just said it in my own way. So again, any words I say, guys, I just kind of say them how I say them. So yeah, you know what I mean. But yes, so thank you so much for watching. I'm truly blessed and grateful for you all. Thank you so much.